The Bowling Green Falcons have been the model program for women's basketball in the Mid-American Conference for some time now. Head coach Sue Guevara and her Central Michigan Chippewas are an upstart, a 3 seed in the MAC tournament here from Cleveland. In semifinal action, the Central Michigan Chippewas would take on those Bowling Green Falcons in a game in which was the blueprint against the new model. In an early 90s Nike commercial, Spike Lee proclaimed, "It must be the shoes." Well, for one man and his student managers, they're able to get the Chippewas to look as good as this and to ensure their safety. Hey college grad, get a load of this job's requirements. Must work long hours, communicate between football players and coaches, prep equipment for games and practices, and yes, even laundry skills are required. I was able to talk with Coach Ziegler and his son, Trey Ziegler, on anticipating this game, their matchup with Temple, and like I said, all these storylines culminating tonight, and here's what they had to say. Lefevre is one of the top quarterbacks in the country. That's why it's only fitting that Lefevre has not only become the face of CMU, but of the entire Mid-American Conference. But the question everyone's dying to ask is it strange seeing yourself on a billboard?
You know, it's definitely an honor to be picked by the university, kind of to represent the university. So, you know, it's definitely an honor. But you know, when you see it in person, for especially that first time, it was definitely a little bit weird. You know, I was looking around to see if anyone was recognizing me or not, and I was just in my car by myself, so I don't think so. Let's just hope future Chippewa student athletes can live on with the expectations preceded by a championship culture, because after all, a championship culture breeds expectations. For Maroon and Gold Magazine, I'm Phil Byrne. A lot of questions will be answered for the CMU men's basketball program tonight against Temple from 7 from brand new McGurk. For New Central 34, I'm Phil Byrne. Back to you, Matt. A disappointing finish to a historic season under head coach Sue Guevara that has a lot of Chippewa fans excited for what the future may bring. From Cleveland, for New Central 34, I'm Phil Byrne. Well, most of the proverbial talking in the Great Lakes State and the Midwestern region has died down following Saturday's Michigan State game. One particular NFL star had to wear Spartan green to practice. Michigan alum Tom Brady wore Michigan State green to practice after losing a bet with backup quarterback Brian Hoyer, an MSU alum. To rub it in more, a Patriots player put an MSU hat in Brady's locker, and he wouldn't stand for it, saying, quote, "That was not part of the deal." As Detroit Free Press columnist Drew Sharp put it, Michigan State would feel more comfortable with him. Michigan would flat out kill for him. Now, I don't know about Michigan and Michigan State, but Chippewa fans can go to sleep a little easier knowing that Michigan's best quarterback plays at Kelly Short Stadium. For Maroon and Gold Magazine, I'm Phil Byrne. Tracy Pontius dribbles up the court for the Falcons and finds teammate Lauren Prohaska, who dribbles, drives, and heaves it off one leg for the game's opening points. For Central, Brandy Baker goes coast to coast to score Central's first points of the game, and we have a back-and-forth contest early on.
Phil Byrne joins us live in the studio. Phil, what do we have coming up for local sports?
I'll tell you what, Central Michigan students are looking forward to spring break, going to warm, exotic locations. The CMU men's and women's basketball team, we try and see if they can get to warm and exotic location of Cleveland.
It's an unbelievable feeling for us to be considered the best team in school history to this point. They'll be playing football for long after I'm gone, but the fact that we went perfect season, won a state title, and we're the first ones to do it, it always feels amazing to be a Pioneer. In 2010, the Division VI state champs reside right here in Ithaca, and the community couldn't be more proud. For New Central 34, I'm Phil Byrne. When you get these Hall of Famers, you're reminded of how much dedication CMU student athletes have to put in. After all, it's the championship culture these athletes have put in previous years that have paved the way for the championship culture that CMU student athletes enjoy today. In essence, it's what becoming a Chippewa is all about. Anytime the Chippewas have a road game, McPike is making sure everything from jerseys, helmets, and pants are accessible for the players to ensuring the team feels comfortable in their surroundings and hostile climates by supplying the team with porta-cools, devices that give Chippewa athletes a cool breeze in hot weather to games in the colder months that finds McPike setting up portable heaters. But like the core values of any team, one person cannot do it alone. Michael McPike is assisted by a group of student managers who have a variety of roles to make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible.